Well, thanks to pesticides and paints and batteries and sludge and who knows what else, there's all kinds of levels of heavy metals like lead in a lot of the soil that could be really dangerous to people as well as their pets.
But there's a new program available to help you find out if the soil in your yard is safe for gardening. Our Hannah Yeshivi is here to tell us how it works. Hi, Hannah.
Hi, guys. Good morning, everyone. This program is free to people in Cumberland County thanks to a grant from the Environmental Protection Agency. The goal is to minimize our exposure to lead, especially for homes with children who are more likely to be playing outdoors in the soil. And it only takes about 10 days for families to get the results back so they can take action to stay safe.
What I have here is my big old box of soil lead testing stuff.
So far this year, Lucas Kirsch has sampled 75 houses. This one in Portland is one of them.
A lot of the time lead shows up in soil because it'll come from paint chips that come across some older infrastructure and older houses and sheds.
Kate Winninger's house was built in the early 1900s.
Behind my garage there's fill from, and who knows where the fill is from. And I just wanted to make sure that it was safe for myself and my family.
We are going to be testing nearby the rhubarb on the flower bed to the right of the door.
Lucas sterilized his tools, got his gloves on, and his sample box ready.
We want to try and get at least 6 inches deep underneath the soil. That's usually any of the exposed topsoil might not have nearly as much lead compared to the soil on the bottom that's settled over time.
The soil gets mixed, packed.
It's just the perfect amount.
And off it goes to the University of Maine in Orono for the lead test.
So we're extracting all the essential nutrients, and we also extract some of the metals, and the most common contaminant by far is lead. So these two flagged as contaminated.
UMaine assistant scientist Bruce Hoskins says his team tests about 5,000 soil samples a year.
Lead contamination is an issue either for eating it or breathing the dust. You can't absorb it through your skin.
This nutrient extraction procedure will determine if your soil sample is high in lead.
So that's a paint chip. Pretty good indication it's probably contaminated. That is very common in older residential neighborhoods. So we're not trying to scare people. We're just trying to let them know what the level is and what they can do to minimize their intake.
Kate's soil samples tested 630 parts per million. That falls into the high-risk range for lead.
Rhubarb's going to have to not be eaten. The herbs will go in elevated beds.
Raised beds are really nice because you can completely keep them separate from any of the potential soil in the area, and you can fill them with store-bought compost, which is guaranteed to not have any traces of lead.
For fruiting vegetables, you can just wash very thoroughly. It's the surface contamination on vegetables that's the issue.
The good news is, if your soil does have high lead levels, you can reduce your exposure by using clean soil in raised beds. The testing is free in Cumberland County and available for an $18 fee in other areas. I'll have more information about how you can get your soil tested at newscentermaine.com. Hannah Yeshivi, News Center Maine.